Hi there, greetings everybody. Want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. Today we're here to do a look back at a classic rock album. It's a show we do on Mondays in which I pick an album that is greater than 15 years old that I think is a 2.5 or better in ratings. And so the album we've picked for today is Nektar's Remember the Future, their fourth studio album. I think I did say their third studio album on This Week when I did This Week yesterday, but it's actually their fourth studio album. Another great album cover, as you can see. The thing I like about this is the same as the Tab in the Ocean. It comes with an extra CD on it. I'm just going to put my glasses on so we can have a look through this and see what it's about. Yeah, so the first disc is the original album, Remember the Future's Part 1 and 2. And the second disc is a bonus material disc with the radio edits of Remember the Future, Let It Grow, and Lonely Roads. And then the 1970s Boston tapes, which has all of the tracks as well. So, as you can see, the art on this is quite science fiction-y. Yeah, a little bit. I might want to call it a little bit psychedelic, of course. This album is quite a bit different from their first two albums as well. So before we get going too far in this, I'll give you the stats here. So this was released November the 23rd, 1973. The studio was Chipping Norton Studio in Chipping Norton, Oxfordshire, England. It's about 35 minutes and 35 and a half minutes in length. Basilius record label and produced by Pete Hawke and Nektar. Appearing on the album, of course, the band Nektar, which has Roy Albrighton, lead vocals and guitars, Alan Taft Freeman on keyboards and backing vocals, Derek Moore on bass and backing vocals, and Rod Howden on drums, percussion, and backing vocals, as well as Mick Brockett doing all the light work for the band. Yeah, so a good album. I think it's quite a bit different from their first two albums, which I find to be a lot heavier. This is more closely related to maybe Recycled. It has a little bit. I think Recycled's probably a little bit further into the pop realm or more music-friendly realm, if you want. But they're both very progressive albums. This one may be more progressive than Recycled was. Many consider this to be Nektar's best album. I reserve judgment for this period of time because the album is still relatively new to me. It's only been on my playlist about 5 months, and I still think I prefer the first two over this, but it might change. It's got a bit of a psychedelic element to it, not a lot. It's not nearly as heavy as the other two albums. It's toned down a lot. The lyrics pretty much dominate. So this first side has one Remember the Future Part 1 and second side Remember the Future Part 2 with their suites as well. So really I think the keyboards and the guitar are the two dominant instruments on the album. The vocals are good. Roy Albrighton sounds good on this as well. So I'm going to break the songs down just a tiny bit here. So Remember the Future Part 1, which has Images of the Past, Wheel of Time, Remember the Future, and Confusion. Those are the four suites on it. Not really broken down in any particular place, so you have to kind of figure it out as you're going along. It starts with some noises and symphonic kind of noise sounds. The guitar, it's a guitar-driven and catchy riff and a multitude of noises on the guitar as well. The vocals are catchy, in the mid-range, I would go as far as to say. Harmony vocals are quite good on this album as well, as most Nektar albums have pretty decent harmony vocals on them. A multitude of hooks and riffs throughout this song as well. It's more progressive, but also, like I said, more moderate, less metal sounding than the first two albums. Some slow progressive interludes on guitar. It's got a quieter mode to it, as far as the instrumentation goes. Anyways, it has a little bit of a psychedelic part towards the end of this side of the album. So the second side, Remember the Future Part 2, Returning Light, Questions and Answers, Tomorrow Never Comes, Path of Light, Recognition, and Let It Grow. So it has a few extra suites on it, but to be honest with you, I think it's pretty much just one big song. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Thick as a Brick that way. It's just one song. It opens a little bit with an acoustic guitar part, a slow melodic track opening. Then the guitars kick in. You have this kind of heavy riff and picking part that goes on throughout the beginning of the track here. Back to a slow, catchy, melodic guitar part. The harmony, it's got almost a doo-wop feel to it on the harmony vocals. Not doo-wop, but it has that kind of doo-wop feel to it. A sharper guitar work, I think, on the backside here. Yeah, it's just a little bit I would say it's a toned-down poppy track, but with more of those progressive lyrics mixed in. Yeah, slow melodic overall, pretty solid track. I like this album. I think in time I'll probably like it even more than I do. Whether it has enough in it to make my break the top two, I don't know. I still have quite a few Nektar albums to go through first. This will be my fifth one, I believe. So I've done their first two, this one, Recycled, and Time Machine. And then I have a few others that I own that I have to go through as well. But this one's pretty solid. And like I said, many people consider this to be one of their best albums, if not their best album. I have no argument with that. I do like the cover quite a bit. So that's it for today. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to make comments, you can put comments about Nektar, about Remember the Future, or about anything I've said in the comment section below. Almost all the members of Nektar, at least on this album, have passed away, with the exception of Brockett and Mo Moore. The others are all gone. But still some great music from a band that probably should have been bigger in North America, but for whatever reason didn't quite make it here. But we're quite big in Germany, even though they're a English band. So anyways, take care. Have yourself a good day, a good night, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster. We will see you maybe next Monday. I may get back in time to do a look back at a classic, but at this point in time, I'm almost 100% sure I'm going. My stuff came in the mail that I needed, so I'm good to go. So anyways, take care and have yourself a good night. Goodbye.